23.1 Work opportunities. Providers. Providers are the different ways that exercise and activities are provided to people. There is public, which is where the government have to supply sport. Private, which is to make profit and is usually a members-only club, and they usually have a better quality service. Voluntary, which would be like a non-profit club or organisation for amateurs, and their aim is to increase participation and performance. Dual use, which is, for example, schools after 6 p.m. are available to the public, and it maximises investment of the government. And partnership, which is two sectors working together to run a facility. There are also different sectors providing jobs in sport, being sports and recreation, sport and exercise science, outdoor education, and health and fitness. I have found a job from one of each of the 4 different sectors and evaluated the job specification and person specification against myself to see if it would be a good fit for me. My first job is in the private sector and is as a personal trainer. The job specification says that the location is around Sussex, as you'll have to travel between clients and different leisure centres. The average salary is £29,313 a year, and that can increase or decrease with how many clients you work with. You need a level 3 personal training qualification as well to become a personal trainer. A personal trainer also needs to perform the following: of monitoring clients, doing personalised training, not just the same for each person, motivating clients, recording client progress, teaching new techniques and exercises, analysing data collected, and readjusting fitness programs to suit the person you're working with. My evaluation of the job specification is that the good parts of it is its average pay, and as it can increase on how much work you get and how much work you do. The qualification is easy to get, and it's easy to reach locations as they are local. I know how to perform exercises and the coaching points for them, and how to create workout plans and sessions with alternatives if a client can't perform exercises. However, the bad parts of this job specification is that I am not great with analysing collected data, and I probably won't always remember to record new data if it's been found. The person specification for being a personal trainer include the ability to inspire your clients, being friendly and outgoing, having excellent people skills to enable you to work with a wide range of individuals with different backgrounds and motivations, a good understanding of the human body and nutrition, organisational skills, good communication skills, and high levels of enthusiasm. Evaluating this, I have found that I am friendly and outgoing and can be motivational. I get along with all people from all backgrounds and have a good understanding of the body with high levels of enthusiasm. The negatives of this person specification is that I don't have a good understanding of nutrition and I'm not always super motivational. The next job I found is in the sport and exercise science sector and is as a sports analyst. The job specification shows the location in Eltham, which is in central London. The qualifications needed is a bachelor's degree, which is not necessary but is highly recommended. On-camera analysts get £36,000 to £100,000 plus a year, and data analysis can receive £45,000 to £90,000 a year. On-camera analysts need to be a specialist in the sport, be a quick thinker, and be able to speak on a wide range of topics, have strong observational skills, communication and social skills, and an off-camera analyst needs all of that, along with strong math skills, including analysing data and statistics. Evaluating this up against myself is that I'm very good. It's very good money both on and off camera. I have strong math skills, and I have good observation and communication skills, and I am a quick thinker. The negatives to this job specification is the long commute up to London each day. I do not have a bachelor's degree, and I'm not considered a specialist within many sports, and if so, there are probably more qualified people to talk about a sport than I am. For example, ex-professionals. The person specification reads that you have to be able to teach and motivate, Be confident and authoritative as you're going on camera, talking to people, or telling the team or coach in-game details. Being highly organised, having good conversational skills and social skills, being a problem solver, and being trustworthy and able to stay discreet. The positives of this person spec evaluation is that I'm trustworthy and discreet, have good conversational skills, good social skills, and however the negatives are I'm not the most confident at teaching and not the most authoritative person, and I can be highly unorganised. The third job I found is in the health and fitness sector and is as a nutritionist. The location for a nutritionist is around your local area, as you'll be working with different clients around your area. The salary starts from £20,000 to £25,000 a year for beginners, but can reach up to £50,000 a year for experienced nutritionists. They need to be able to assess patients' and clients' health needs and dietary needs, counsel patients on nutritional issues and healthy eating habits, develop meal plans taking both cost and client's preference into account, evaluate the effects of meal plans and change the plans as needed, promote better nutrition by speaking to groups about diet, nutrition, and the relationship between good eating habits and preventing or managing specific diseases, keeping up with the latest nutritional science research, write reports to document patient progress, and they need to be licensed. Evaluating the job specification. The positives are it's a decent startup money with a good salary for experienced nutritionists, and I'm good at evaluating needs. However, the negatives are I don't have any counselling skills, I'm not good with money and pricing on food, I have a bad diet, so it's difficult to promote a healthy one, and I don't like writing reports, and I'm not licensed. The person specification states that you must be interested in the subject of nutrition and thinking for the areas that need research for different diets. Helping as to assist serving people and teaching people about diets and persuading them to motivate and sell the diet to potential clients or customers. You also need analytic skills to keep up to date with latest in nutrition. I need to be compassionate and empathetic when helping clients address dietary issues and related to emotion. Good listening skills so you can clearly hear and understand the client's goal and what they want to achieve. Organisational skills, as they need to keep in check many aspects of work, for example, nutritional needs as well as the cost of food for clients. Also, many nutritionists are self-employed, so keeping on top of schedule is helpful. You need problem-solving skills to evaluate health status of a client and determine the most appropriate food, and speaking skills to convey why they decided to choose certain foods and the benefits of the diet. Evaluating the person's specification. The positives show I have good compassion and listening skills, good organisational skills, and I'm good with problem solving. However, the negatives are I don't have a big interest in nutrition, I'm not the greatest with analytic skills, and I don't have the best speaking skills. The fourth and final job is in the outdoor education sector and as a high ropes instructor. Its location is in North London in Cockfosters. Its salary is £8.10 an hour and increases with experience. The job spec involves maintaining structures, paths, fences and gates to be in good working order, carrying out maintenance checks, record checks, serviceability and work required in the correct folders. Ensure administration and documents are compiled, updated and stored properly, remove litter from the site and maintain the treetop cabins and notify the managers of any problems. Evaluating this job spec, the good show that outdoors is a social experience and it would be an enjoyable job to have. However, the negatives largely outweigh the positives, as it's a long commute every day with a low wage to start with and long hours. And it's a lot of maintenance work and administration and not a lot of actual sport or like exercise work. The person specification describes the person they're looking for to be punctual and able to work without supervision, have excellent interpersonal skills, excellent communication skills, Be a person with high standards of personal hygiene. They must be able to work in a team and be enthusiastic, and display high levels of energy and cheerful disposition, and the ability to work under pressure. They must like working outdoors, have a health and safety experience, and a climbing or high ropes basic knowledge. The positives of this evaluation is that I do enjoy working outdoors and have a basic knowledge of climbing and rope work. I can work well in a team and have a high personal hygiene standard. I can work without supervision and have good communication skills. The negatives are I'm not always enthusiastic and cheerful. I don't like working under pressure, and I do not have any health and safety experience. Through looking at my evaluations of each of the jobs, separate job and person specifications, and other factors, the least favourable job for me is being a nutritionist. This is because of many things, and first is that out of all four, it's the job I'm least interested in, which instantly ranks it lower, as I do not have much motivation to do it compared to the others. Also, the role of a nutritionist is not the best suited for myself. This is because I personally have a very limited knowledge on food and dieting, and on what to eat to help a client get to where they want to be. Also, the money for a beginner nutritionist is not great, and would take me a while to start earning a decent salary, so sticking to a job I'm not interested in with a low salary would be a challenge. I would also have to gain a license to become a nutritionist, which means I will be paying extra to start up, something I do not want to do. In third is a high ropes instructor. This job is third on the list, a lot to do with the transport. To get from my house to the high rope centre and back each day will take around 6.5 hours total travel, and will be costing me over £4,500 a year on the trains with a gold card through London. This, mixed with a starting salary of £8.10 an hour, means I'll have to work a lot of hours to even pay off the gold card, let alone earn money for other things. However, compared to the nutritionist, I have a past experience with high ropes, so I would not need to go on a course or anything to get qualified, but would just have to be inducted to the actual course at the place. The money is flexible, though, and can increase over time with the ability and how long you have worked there for. So if I worked and earned a higher salary, the job might become more appealing. Second is the sports analyst. I've placed this job second on the list as it is something I am interested in with all the data and stats. However, the sport I would most like to be an analyst on is football, as it is the sport I have the most knowledge in. But as football is an extremely popular sport, there are going to be many more people going for the job, and many with a history in the sport. For example, ex-players, who would be better qualified for the on-screen aspect of it. However, that leaves the off-screen analyst, which would still be a very enticing job for me. The salary is also very good, as it starts at above the average yearly salary in England and can only increase. However, you're also needed to have a bachelor's degree, which is highly recommended for it, which I would have to obtain, and that could be a challenge. They are a very high level of education, and is usually completed at the age of 22, roughly, which will mean it will be a while before I'm eligible for the job compared to other people going for it. The travel isn't ideal either, as the two places I found to the job are both in London, one in South and one in Central, which means at least 2 hours commute each way for the job. Other than this, it is a good job and would be quite interesting to have. Finally, and chosen as most appropriate for me, is a personal trainer. This is because it's local, so I'm able to travel around easily to each client. The pay is average for beginners and increases with the amount you work, so it's flexible, and I would work my own hours, which would suit me. I am also interested in becoming a personal trainer, so it would also not feel like such a hassle to do every day, which would help with working. I would need to achieve my level 3 trainer certificate, but that can be done for cheap and within a week of hard work on a course, so it's easy to attain. And I feel I have the skill set to be able to perform this job.